When did you realize कि मुझे actress बनना है?
When I danced on शीला की जवानी का गाना. I've auditioned for a lot of movies, auditioned for web series. I had to audition for music videos also, by the way. So it has been a roller coaster ride for sure.
आपको कभी किसी ने casting couch suggestions दिया? Honestly.
I think.
What was that painful experience?
I think when I got locked for a role, for a character, for a film, which was the main lead. And later on, I got to know it was a star kid who was going to be taking over. So basically, when I was shooting for Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass, one day before, I called the producer and the director of this film and I said, sir, I'm not going to be able to do it because it's taking off at the same time as Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass. And I would choose to do Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass. In fact, even now, last month, I left another film that I had already signed for. The reason as to why I left it is because I was told later on that there are going to be bold scenes in it. I met Shashank Khetan recently. He was narrating to me, the movie that they're coming up with of Janhvi Kapoor and Varun Dhawan.
और आपने वो accept किया कि नहीं?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं. We were at Soho and we saw Karan and Dad said we knew someone who knew him. Dad showed him the trailer. And
एक बहुत बड़ा battle चल रहा है.
हाँ.
Actors versus influencers.
I was also shocked that it is quite surprising. I am not an influencer. I don't want that tag also.
बहुत jealousy होती है आपके इर्द गिर्द?
या बहुत होती है. हाय गाइस, मैं कशिका कपूर हूँ और मैं अपना डेब्यू कर रही हूँ विद द फिल्म आयुष्मती गीता मैट्रिक पास. आई लव्ड टॉकिंग टू सिद्धार्थ कनान. इतने अच्छे इंसान हैं और इतने रियल सवाल, इतने रियल आंसर्स. आई थिंक ये कॉन्वर्जेशन आजकल होती नहीं है. सो प्लीज गो अहेड एंड वॉच इट एंड सब्सक्राइब टू सिद्धार्थ कनान्स यूट्यूब चैनल.
कशिका कपूर डेब्यू कर रही हैं आप इन आयुष्मती गीता मैट्रिक पास. मुझे लगता कि आपका डेब्यू होता यार कमर्शियल सिनेमा. ऑब्वियसली द डेफिनेशन ऑफ कमर्शियल सिनेमा बदल चुका है. बट 5 गाने होते, आप कहीं फॉरेन में घूमने चली जाती, लड़का चेस कर रहा है.
I give those vibes ना.
अभी आप खुद कह रही है. बट आपने एक फिल्म किया जिसमें एक स्ट्रॉन्ग मैसेज है, बहुत सिंपल अप्रोच है.
हाँ जी.
क्यों आपने ये अप्रोच लिया?
So sir, I think Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass was a story that touched my heart. The first time when I heard it, so my director came home and he told me, you're my Geeta. And I was wondering, I said, so what's Geeta? And he's like, can I narrate it to you? Because I see you as Geeta. And he started and he told me the entire story. And the second I heard it, I knew that it's going to touch so many lives. It's going to spark conversations. So I knew this is something I want to do because, of course, I want to entertain the masses. But at the same time, I want them to return home with a message, with a story they can go and tell people back home. So Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is what Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass is based on. It's a roller coaster ride, a lot of emotions, not just on education, but the fact that I know that अगर वो एक इंसान भी सिनेमा में आएगा और मेरी फिल्म देखेगा, वो घर जाके एक मैसेज देगा. It will make an impact on them. When I was shooting in Banaras, we shot in Chandoli and in the Banaras Ghats, very beautiful. I have to tell you, it is so beautiful. People there are so amazing. When we were shooting there, I remember I came across these ladies. I was staying there for 1 month prior with these people. And when I came across these ladies, highly fluent English-speaking women, and we're talking, and I asked them that, listen, why are you not educated? Why have you not completed your education? And उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि families allow नहीं कर रही. Their families don't let them get educated. It's still happening in a lot of areas in UP. They said that my husband is not letting me get educated. His parents are not letting me get educated. And that's something that really touched me deeply. I understood that I am working on a cause. It's going to impact so many lives. Because when you educate a woman, you educate an entire nation, is what I think. Because I think India tabhi progress kar payega. Because women at the end of the day, they are giving babies, they are going to educate them further, they are going to educate further. So I think education is very important. And to make such a debut, I am extremely grateful that I got this opportunity to play the role of Geeta and to touch so many lives.
मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा है क्योंकि जब से मैं फादर बनाओ टू बेबी
Yeah,
गर्ल्स, अदीरा एंड
yeah.
साइशा।
Yes.
अदीरा 9 की है, साइशा 6 की होने वाली है। मैं बहुत
sweet, हाँ.
इमोशनल हो चुका हूँ ये
Yeah.
कॉजेस के बारे में, स्पेशली
Correct.
जब ये महिलाओं के लिए होता है, वुमेन
जी.
के लिए होता है,
Yeah.
गर्ल्स के लिए होता है। आई गेट वेरी इमोशनल अबाउट ऑल दैट।
Yeah.
कितने पापड़ तुमको जेन्युइनली इस रोल को पाने के लिए? क्योंकि देखा जाए एक परसेप्शन है आपका
हाँ जी.
म्यूजिक वीडियोस में आती
Yeah.
हैं, ग्लैमरस लड़की हैं,
Yeah.
18 कुछ समथिंग मिलियन है इंस्टाग्राम पर,
Yeah.
एक इन्फ्लुएंसर टैग भी है,
हाँ जी.
एंड देन सडनली टू डू अ रोल लाइक दिस,
Yeah.
यानी आपको पूरे जो बैकग्राउंड है उसको,
Had to get out of my comfort zone, I'd say.
हाँ,
Yeah, definitely. Because अगर आप देखोगे मुझे, this is me. In my usual life, you'll see me in pajamas, you'll see me in jeans and, you know, my tops and very like a very different westernized person. But then when you see me as Geeta, I'm only in Indian wear. Even for the promotions, entirely. And Geeta's mindset, the thing is that her roots are from UP and my roots are from here. So you can imagine the mindset I am coming from and the mindset Geeta is coming from that I had to put in me. You know, so of course I had to inculcate a lot of these things in me to be Geeta. And the workshops were amazing. We had workshops going on and I used to call my director Pradeep Khairwar and I used to tell him, listen, you're staying back with me till 2-3 a.m. You are not going anywhere. No khana, no peena, nothing. I used to drag him and tell him, sit here, I'm going to perform in front of you. This is what used to happen all day long because I wanted to give in my 100% because I love doing what I'm doing, you know. So that's what happened. In fact, on the last day of shoot, when we were shooting in Banaras, we were shooting for long. I didn't sleep one day. One day I didn't sleep. We had night shoots, we had day shoots, sab kuch. We had to finish the movie quickly. And you won't believe, on the last day, I had a monologue, which is like Kartik Aaryan's monologue in Pyar Ka Panchnama. And that monologue was really long and I was not well. So Pradeep ji told me, he said that, listen, Kashika, why don't you just take rest today? Let's shoot it tomorrow. I said, listen, the production's budget is there. There's a lot happening. I don't want any losses to be incurred. So I said, listen, I am going to finish this anyhow today. And we did it in one shot. And
monologue, one take.
One take. I mean, you won't believe the setup was in such a way that I felt like I'm going for a board exam in school. When I was sitting there, I was anxious. I was not feeling good. So many emotions. You know, when you're all prepared and you're like, अच्छा अभी examination देना है. That's what happened to me.
गीता को आप कैसे डिफाइन करेंगी?
So Geeta is someone who is extremely family oriented. She loves her mom, loves her dad. You know, she happens to lose her mother at a very young age, due to which her father becomes her mother. He's her everything. And she also loves her partner, you know, more than anything. She's very committed, very loyal. And I think that is me. That's just my life. To be very honest, when you just asked me that what is the difference between y'all, the only difference is just the roots. That's what I feel. Because वहाँ पर शुद्ध हिंदी में बात करना, यहाँ पर, you know, being this little westernized, modernized girl who's always like talking in English. So it was, of course, different for me. But I think value-wise, Geeta is me. That's what I feel.
So let's walk back
Yeah.
to your childhood.
Yeah.
मैं जानना चाहता हूँ आपके फैमिली के बारे में, एंड क्या कशिका, जो छोटी कशिका थी, हमेशा एक्ट्रेस बनना चाहती थी?
हमेशा.
हमेशा?
हमेशा.
When did you realize कि मुझे एक्ट्रेस बनना है?
When I danced on शीला की जवानी का गाना.
हाँ?
So I had family coming home always. We had like these, you know, family dinners, get-togethers. They used to be like, "Acha, perform something," and I would be like, "I'm starting with Sheila ki Jawani." I would just start. And my dad's like, "Arey phase hai yaar, chale jayega. It's okay." And my mom's like, "Listen, this is not a phase. You have no idea. It's getting deeper and deeper. I can see it coming." And my dad's like, no, it'll go away. Because, you know, he's always seen me being a topper in school, studying, being this nerd. And he wanted me to get into business. He never wanted me to get into this field. So he was not supportive about it in the very beginning. Mom was, but dad eventually then got very supportive. When he saw that, acha, you know, she's working now and she's done some great work. And people are calling him samne se, "Sir, can we have your daughter for this? Can we have your daughter for that?" So he was like, wow, you know, let her just do it. Let her follow her passion. But yeah, that's how it was.
तो आपके पेरेंट्स बिजनेस बैकग्राउंड से हैं?
Yes.
है ना?
Yeah.
और इंडस्ट्री में कोई लिंक नहीं था, इफ आई अंडरस्टूड करेक्टली.
Yeah, yeah.
कोई लिंक नहीं
No.
था.
Not at all.
तो वो हार्डकोर ऑडिशंस,
I used to
आराम
go to
नगर
Aram
के,
Nagar,
हाँ,
yes,
यहाँ पे आराम
of
नगर
course.
आपने भी चक्कर काटे हुए हैं.
Bilkul, of course, itni. I've given like 100, 150 auditions. I used to tell mama, my mom used to come. I remember ad ke shoots chal rahe the, and I'm just doing makeup and all that for the ad, for the audition. And I can see there, my mom's there. And she's just like, yes, go. And I'm just like, mom, like, you know, I had her by me through thick and thin. I knew that is my strength, because when I would return home and not get a call saying that, you know, you've been locked or anything, of course, it didn't feel good. But again, it's a journey and we've all gone through it. And I'm so happy to be where I am today. I'm extremely grateful. But yes, I have had those days. I've auditioned for a lot of movies, auditioned for web series. I had to audition for music videos also, by the way. So it has been a roller coaster ride for sure.
तो hardest rejection क्या रहा है आपके लिए?
Hardest rejection, I would say, I don't think, yaar. I don't think so. Because with time I realized that what isn't meant to be won't happen anyway. It's just going to be taken away from me.
ये but वो बाद में realization आता है.
हाँ.
Like for example, मेरे life में कुछ चीजें जब मैं देखता हूँ on
Yeah.
hindsight, मुझे लगता है अरे यार हाँ अच्छा हुआ.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
उस वक्त you feel the pain, you feel the hurt. 5 साल बाद आप उठते हो फिर आपको लगता है हाँ यार अच्छा हुआ नहीं हुआ.
Yeah.
What was that painful experience?
I think when I got locked for a role, for a character, for a film, which was the main lead. And later on, I got to know it was a star kid who was going to be taking over. And I was called and told, you know, that someone was already locked. So I said, then guys, why was I made to audition for it if someone was already locked for it? Because it's my time, it's my effort, it's the amount of energy I'm giving in. I'm coming all the way. And you won't believe I gave 3 auditions for that.
वो रोल के लिए?
Yeah. 3 auditions. And then I get a call and I was told you're locked. And then later on, after a week, I get a call saying it's a star kid now. And who was already previously locked. And I was like, no, I was told that, you know, no one informed me, nothing. They told me it's you. And of course, then I felt very, very dejected. But like I said, it's a journey and I think it's a part and parcel of what I'm doing.
और वो फिल्म eventually release हुई थी?
वो फिल्म हुई नहीं.
हुई नहीं.
हुई नहीं. That's what I'm telling you ना. जो भी है, it's meant to be. वो हुई ही नहीं.
तो यानी कि वो स्टार किड आ गई उस रोल में.
Yes.
बट फिल्म टेक ऑफ ही नहीं किया.
टेक ऑफ ही नहीं किया. And I thank my stars. I'm not kidding.
क्यों रे?
I thank my stars because I've seen कि whatever has been taken away from me, either it's been shelved, either वो हुआ ही नहीं है, और either कुछ ना कुछ अंदर में कुछ तो हो गया. But what I'm doing right now, that is now coming out, you know. So I mean, I'm very happy to be where I am. That's for sure.
और क्या चीजें आपसे छीन ली गई थी? Come on, it's okay. मैं नाम थोड़ी पूछ रहा हूँ.
I think a lot of projects, yeah. It happens. I mean, like I just told you, this movie. And, you know, other things I would say I decided not to do. I made certain choices which are very important, you know, because you got to make the right choice in order to survive in this industry.
जैसे कि?
So, I did reject a couple scripts, you know, which have now taken off. And so basically, when I was shooting for Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass, one day before, I called the producer and the director of this film and I said, sir, I'm not going to be able to do it because it's taking off at the same time as Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass. And I would choose to do Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass because there I am the lead. Even in this, I was the lead. But there were way too many characters. I just felt like I would end up getting lost, you know. So I chose this film over that film. And I mean, it is out there. Like, people know. Whoever knows me knows that, you know, from the industry that, yeah, she was locked for it. But it was just one day before and on cordial terms. I told them that, you know, I won't be able to do it because I want to choose this character as I feel it'll hold a lot of weight and it's a message I'll be giving out to the society. So that's what happened. I mean, making the right choices. In fact, even now, last month, I left another film that I had already signed for. The reason as to why I left it is because I was told later on that there are going to be bold scenes in it. And that was not mentioned to me before. And categorically, I feel I have certain boundaries. You know, I want to do quality work. I want to be able to connect with the audience the right way. I want to let them go home with a message. And of course, lots of entertainment where they laugh, they cry, they dance, they enjoy. But this is something I definitely didn't want to do. You know, because I just feel like it's not something that will take you a long way. You know, अगर लंबे रेस का घोड़ा बनना है, then that's something, you know, you'll have to make the right choices.
तो आप पर्टिकुलर है
हाँ
कि
जी।
बोल्ड सीन्स नहीं होने चाहिए?
Yeah, I have my boundaries, that's for sure.
आपके पास नॉन किसिंग क्लॉज भी होता है कि
No,
नहीं?
see, honestly speaking, it depends. If, of course, there's a big production house and it's telling you that, okay, it's just up to the kiss, then that is different. But I think going all the way deep and all is not something I would prefer doing. That's for sure.
आप बोल्ड सीन कैसे डिफाइन करती है? बिकॉज हर इंसान का बोल्ड सीन डेफिनेशन बड़ा अलग होता
I
है.
would just say the last stage. That's something I would not want to do. Anything beyond kissing, I would not want to get into because I feel it doesn't give out a story, to be very honest with you. I mean, here we are trying to make content to be able to connect with the audience. You know, we want to tell them a story. Like the next movie I'm doing, which is Love Your Father, it's releasing now. It's already ready. It's a Tollywood movie. It's
Ji.
going to be coming out in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam and Hindi.
पैन इंडिया.
Yeah, Pan India. So it's called LYF. It's Love Your Father, Love Your Family, Love Your Friends. It's based on the youth for the youth. That's how they've made it. And such a lovely story. You must be knowing Manisha Arts. They're one of the biggest production
of
houses in
course,
Tollywood. So Mahesh Rathi sir, Kishore Rathi sir, Malla Reddy sir, lovely people. So I've just worked with them and I think the way they're just telling a story to the audience, to the youth, you know, जो आजकल हो रहा है, how, you know, friendships work in colleges, how a girlfriend and boyfriend are together, how a girl supports her guy in, you know, being with the father and in trying to sort out the problems. I think this is something very youth-based. You know, so something that can really connect with the masses is what I would prefer doing. I've got a lot of offers for item songs to which I said no because I don't want to portray myself that way. You know, I think your first image is your last image. For
आपको
sure.
कभी किसी ने कास्टिंग काउच सजेशंस दिया?
I-
ऑनेस्टली.
I think everyone has, no? We all go through it. I've had times where I've got calls from a lot of people, I won't mention, a lot of people from the industry saying, listen, if you sleep with us, we'll give you a project, you know. And I was like, and this is what I've always followed. You know, this is my foundation. If you have talent and if you're hardworking, you'll get there. With time. Yes, time lagega. But anything that takes time is always going to turn out to be beautiful, is what I feel. Right? I mean, if you're going to go slow and steady, you'll definitely win. If you're going to go fast, you'll lose it also quickly. So that's something I would definitely not even want to do because tomorrow when I look at myself 10 years down the line, in the mirror, I want to look at myself and say, bro, I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I got here myself through my hard work. I think these things are not required.
नहीं, but आप एक बहुत क्लीन बैकग्राउंड से आती हैं.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल,
Your
yes.
parents
Yeah,
are very clean people.
yeah.
सडनली एक लड़की को ऐसे कॉल्स आना कि देखो आपको काम मिलेगा अगर आप मेरे साथ स्लीप करेंगी,
Yeah.
must have been shocking for you, ना?
Honestly, it wasn't, yeah, because I think that's how the industry is. To be honest, a lot of people are not aware, you know, of your background, and a lot of people just get numbers from anywhere and everywhere, and they just call you up, and they may be in a drunken state. You don't know, you know, from you don't know their intention, their point of view, from where they're coming. So I wasn't shocked when I received it, but I knew what my answer is. Clear cut or no. That's all. That's all I knew, and that's how I'm.
ये कब आते कॉल्स? रात को आते हैं?
अरे अजीब timings, like the most weird timings. I used to get calls at 3 and I was like, how are people so comfortable and okay with calling an artist at 3 a.m.? And that's when I changed my number because I realized it's gone to so many people because I was with an agency, right? And what happens is your number does go around at that time. So that was something I, you know, changed. I changed a lot of things about my life and I realized, yeah, I got to go the way people are going now. You know, this is how the industry is and you got to learn how to handle it. Simple. That's what I feel. Because see, you can't change someone's mentality. You can change yours. So.
तो माने ये बड़े प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर्स फोन कर रहे थे कि ये चिछोरे जो होते हैं इधर उधर,
हाँ वही
चिछोरे टाइप्स.
हाँ चिछोरे टाइप्स. मतलब बहुत like good content and all होगा भी ना, फिर भी they'll call and just say such stuff. And I feel it's not okay.
तो जो यंग लड़कियां आप ही की उम्र की
हाँ जी.
जो इस इंडस्ट्री में आना चाहती हैं और उनको ऐसे ऐसे कॉल्स आते हैं, आप क्या कहोगे? व्हाट इज द अप्रोच इज बी शार्प इन हाउ यू टॉक
Of course.
और पोलाइटली डिक्लाइन? क्या होता है अप्रोच? व्हाट इज द बेस्ट
I
अप्रोच?
think you need to be sharp. You need to be straight up and say, bro, no, this is not going to work this way. And you need to tell them that this is not the kind of a person I am, right? Because it's a word of mouth. It's going to go around to so many people and it's better to just clarify and say, bro, this is not me. Because it's your work, it's your hard work, your talent. You're going to go there, you're going to audition. I've done so many auditions, but I knew what was meant to be came to me. Right? There were so many auditions that didn't work out. I got rejected and I was, of course, not feeling good about it, but that's my journey. You know, why go that way? I feel a lot of girls think it's an easy way, but it's really not. It's not a good feeling. I mean, that's something my parents have always taught me and my sister, that always do everything in life with dignity. Always. You should be proud of yourself. And like I said, right, you should be able to look at yourself tomorrow and say, yaar, I'm happy that I'm here today because of myself, my work, not on someone else's work or because of someone else doing something for me. You know, किसी और के बल पे नहीं, अपने बल पे. So,
क्या आप के पास डायरेक्ट एक्सेस होता है टू ए लिस्ट प्रोड्यूसर्स लाइक करण जौहर, यश राज, कि अभी भी वो स्ट्रगल होता है? कैन यू इजीली रीच आउट टू देम? कि अभी भी इतने हायरार्कियल लेवल्स होते हैं where people like you who are outsiders वहां तक पहुंच नहीं पाते हैं?
I mean, of course, it is difficult, and I think work talks at the end of the day. It's your craft, it's your performance, it's the content. Like if you see Lapata Ladies, what a beautiful story. If you see 12th Fail, mind-blowing. You know, I think a lot of people out there are being able to do, some lovely roles. They are being able to do justice to their performance. But at the same time, I feel, yes, it is a little bit difficult. But again, your performance talks, and I'm sure with Geeta, I will be able to reach out to those masses and they will be able to see my work. I've met Karan so many times, in fact. I met him at Soho, and such a lovely person. I cannot begin to tell you. He has met me, my dad, so nicely, very nice person. You know, in fact, he saw my trailer. We were at Soho and we saw Karan, and Dad said we knew someone who knew him. So, you know, Dad showed him the trailer and he loved it. And he told me, he said, I really wish the best for you and I hope this does well. This was what Karan told me. So, he's a lovely person for sure.
तो जैसे प्रीकंसीव नोशंस होते हैं उनके बारे में कि यार अगर कोई उनके करीब नहीं है या उनके फेवरेट्स में नहीं है या उनके फ्रेंड्स के बच्चे नहीं हैं, तब तक वो इतने एक्सेसिबल नहीं होते, वो गलत है?
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Why was that? Why did that?
No, I think it's wrong because I'll tell you why. Because they are very nice. Yes, maybe they feel that, you know, a person is a certain way, and maybe because we don't see it from their point of view. We always see it from our point of view. You know, but I think if your work is good, and nowadays I feel you need to go for content. It doesn't matter who is directing it, who is producing it. If your story you feel dum hai usme, wo masses tak pahunch sakta hai, then you've done it. That's what I feel. You know, because even my co-star Anuj Saini, Rajkumar Santoshi sir told him when he was doing Gandhi Godse shoot that it's very important that you don't see the director, you don't see the producer, see the script, see the content. उसमें दम है तो करो.
पर एक चीज मुझे आपसे पूछना है.
हाँ.
कंटेंट अच्छा है, स्क्रिप्ट अच्छा है.
हाँ जी.
पर एक खराब डायरेक्टर हो या खराब प्रोड्यूसर हो तो जस्टिस कर ही नहीं पाएगा ना.
I mean, खराब in what way?
फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक अच्छा आदमी लिखता है स्क्रिप्ट.
बिल्कुल.
स्क्रिप्ट इज अ बैंगर, जैसे हम लोग बात करते हैं, बैंगिंग स्क्रिप्ट. बट डायरेक्टर इज नॉट इक्विप्ड टू गेट आउट द इमोशन ऑफ द स्क्रिप्ट.
बट वो तो आपको शूट में ही पता चल जाएगा ना.
हाँ, तो फिर क्या करें?
Then I think, I mean, it really depends, yaar, if you choose to stay or if you choose to walk out.
मुझे बहुत से लोगों ने बोला, I'm telling you honestly ना, बोलते यार क्या स्क्रिप्ट लिखी थी मैंने, जो दिखा एंड में
turned out different.
Ridiculous. I'm talking about kick-ass writers.
A disaster.
जो बहुत सारे हिट फिल्में लिखते हैं बाबा. I am telling you, they've said यार कभी-कभी we've seen our own film, ये क्या बना है? So sometimes the producer director, besides the content, can make that difference, है ना? It's like लोग कहते हैं अच्छा ये खराब एक्टर है या ये खराब एक्ट्रेस है.
Correct.
अरे बस डायरेक्टर तो है ना बताने के लिए कि ये मत करो वो मत करो.
But that's what I'm saying. In this film that I did, and I swear to God, my director was sitting literally behind the monitor. Even if my hair wasn't okay or my co-stars or the makeup is not okay, he would stop the shoot there and then and he would be like, first get this fixed. He would call the hair and makeup team, tell them get this fixed because anything shouldn't, not even one thing should go wrong. Everything should be perfect.
एक बहुत बड़ा बैटल चल रहा है, actors versus influencers.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're aware of these debates जो जाता है.
Of course, it's all over.
अली फजल ने भी कहीं कहा था कि उन्होंने सुना था कि एक प्रोड्यूसर या डायरेक्टर एक एक्टर से बोल रहे हैं यार आपका तो इंस्टाग्राम नंबर इतने कम है, हम आपको रख नहीं सकते. एंड अली वाज हर्ट एंड पीपल वर हर्ट से इतना बड़ा एक्टर और कि आपके इंस्टाग्राम नंबर्स कम है, डिजिटल नंबर्स कम है, we can't take.
I was also shocked that it is quite surprising because I feel back in the days when you see whoever's made it today, when you see a Deepika, oh my God, she is amazing. Her journey is amazing. I feel उन दिनों में Instagram था ही नहीं. Matlab, social media wasn't there at that time. It was their work. It was them auditioning, them getting a certain character, getting a certain role. I feel directors and producers have to overlook this. That's for sure. They have to audition a person. They have to meet the person, see whether the person has that talent in them. You can't go on followers. That's very temporary, yeah.
पर आप देखो, आप खुद 18 मिलियन हो.
हाँ, but
I'm
temporary
sure
है.
by the time we finish, we might be 19, 20 जो भी है. पर आपके साथ भी होता है. Like I
Yeah.
feel that because आपका डिजिटल इतना स्ट्रांग है, एक परसेप्शन आपके बारे में भी हो सकता है कि यार ये इन्फ्लुएंसर है.
ये हुआ था मेरे साथ.
हाँ,
To
हुआ
be
है
very
ना?
honest with you, I got calls and I got introduced to a lot of people saying she's an influencer, and I was like, yaar, I am not an influencer. I don't want that tag also. I mean, influencers are doing great work. I respect them a lot. I give them all my love and, you know, all the best wishes. But at the same time, that is not who I am. You know, because when I did the brand Moko, when I became the face of Free Fire as Moko, from the girls and from the boys, it was Hrithik Roshan. So when I did that with Rodrick sir, Rohit Shetty's team, you know, when we shot that entire thing, it was, I mean, that was something that gave me fame to another level. It was trending like crazy during COVID time. People were playing Free Fire sitting at home. Then after that, I got my songs, Dil Pe Zakham, you know, and all these songs, T-Series and Saregama, Z, sab kuch. But I got it only because I saw that it's work that can give you work at the end of the day. It was not the amount of followers I had. They auditioned me in martial arts to give me Moko. Literally, the first time I had a meeting with them, they asked me, do you know how to do martial arts? I said, yeah, and I was so happy that wo training ho gaya. You know, pehle hi I was trained. So when they asked me, I just performed. I performed and then I was working hard all day with Rodrick. So we were training for, I think, 7 days. We were training for 12 hours every day.
तो ऑनेस्टली ये फिल्म
हाँ.
बिसाइड्स योर एक्टिंग प्रोवेस
Yeah.
इसलिए नहीं दी गई है आपको क्योंकि आप 18 मिलियन है इंस्टाग्राम पे.
No, not at all.
Honestly,
Honestly, not at all. Nothing to do with it. And this is something, you know, Sid, I believe in because these are conversations we have at home also. As a family, we sit and talk कि कल अगर social media चले गया तो ये लोगों के career का क्या होने वाला है? It's very temporary. To have a permanent career, you got to make a mark in reality. I think in real life, to be able to perform, to become something in reality. And influencer's life is not sustainable. It's going to be just lasting for a couple years. That's what I feel. It's not long lasting, for sure.
I agree.
Today Instagram is there, tomorrow it's not going to be there. Today we have them making reels, कभी ना कभी वो थक जाएंगे. And content चला जाएगा, फिर क्या बनाएंगे वो? That's what I feel. Of course they're doing great, they're earning out of it. That's a monetary gain. But that's what I feel. That would never be a career for me.
And I also agree, and I also believe, especially
Yeah.
film industry में, it only has to be acting skills.
Yeah.
Nothing else. शिखा मुझे genuinely बताओ, बहुत सारे लोग, for example, I'll give you an example
Yeah.
of a Urfi Javed. उर्फी ने एक OTT प्लेटफॉर्म पर उनका एक शो आया है, and she said this.
हाँ जी.
कि don't call me an influencer. वो ऐसे बोलती
No,
है.
but I have to tell you, she's a sweetheart.
I love her too, boss. मैं दिल से बोल रहा हूँ. मैं तो उनको उस टाइम से जानता हूँ जब वो स्टार्ट ऑफ कर रही थी. I
Yeah.
mean it.
Yeah.
तो she didn't like being called an influencer.
Okay, yeah.
Thankfully मुझे किसी ने influencer बुलाया नहीं है. But मुझे content creator बोलते, which I'm happy. I'm happy
Yeah.
being called a podcaster. But ये लोगों का ऐसा mindset क्यों है? जो लोग digitally बहुत popular है, but
हाँ.
they hate being called influencers also. There's a certain segment that hates being called that Q.
Because I think you're just put into a certain category, which is not right. Because you can't go beyond. I mean, what exactly happens when you get into that category? You're going to be pitched out to people to make reels on their movies, to make reels on their music videos. Why would you do that when you want to make an individual mark? When you want to make it yourself? My vision is really clear. It's very big. And that's why I have been very certain, very clear with my choices. You know, I don't want to choose anything that can go wrong for me. That's why I know, I'm very clear that this is what I want to do in life. This is my clarity. And my vision hasn't changed. Yes, times have changed. People want to become influencers. A lot has happened. Content creators, this, that. But my vision was always the same. And it's always going to be the same. You know, to just be an actor, to be a performer, to be an artist. And to be whatever the audience would like to call me in that aspect.
And I also feel आज के time पे,
हाँ.
the word influencer is used very loosely यार.
Anyone and everyone.
Everyone. That's sad. माने आपको
It's
पता भी
really
नहीं है
sad.
यार. Sometimes you meet people, supposedly उनके numbers इतने बड़े होते हैं. Sometimes I'm sitting in a hall,
हाँ.
right पे there's an influencer, मुझे मालूम ही नहीं है, बाद में मुझे बताते हैं अच्छा हमने
बट
आपका.
मैं आपको सच में बताऊं, ये इन्फ्लुएंसर्स के लिए भी अच्छा नहीं है. Because even if they are titled a certain way, where do we know that these are the macro and the micro? Because अभी तो सब same ही लग रहे हैं. Now if you go to see, anytime I went, the other day I went for the midday event, and you know there were a lot of influencers there. So I was just wondering categorically that how are these people, in what categories are they exactly? You know, because I feel that they lose their value that way. I mean, we know that in the top we have Faizu. He's also a lovely person. I know him very well. You know, we've got those people out there. But at the same time, I don't understand why everyone is made equal now. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there should be some competition. There should be some maza. But अब तो बहुत ढीला हो गया, like normal हो गया.
और बहुत ढीला हो गया, एब्सोल्युटली
बहुत ढीला हो गया.
उसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको सडनली मिल रहा है कि ये फैशन इन्फ्लुएंसर है, ये फिटनेस है, बट ऑनेस्टली आपको पता भी नहीं है करते क्या है. You have no idea.
I was having a conversation the other day with one of my very close friends. You know, she and I were sitting and we were talking, and she goes like, "यार, ये influencers थक नहीं जाते? Because you know the thing is, you're on your toes the entire time making content. I mean, you need to live a life. I'm very low key as a person. I have to tell you this. I go home, I read my books. I watch movies, I sit down and watch my web series, I go for a run, I go work out. I don't want to show the world that. That's my personal space.
हाल ही में there's a couple who are into heavy vlogging, जिनके रिश्ते की स्क्रूटनी हो रही है. What it is, I don't know, but it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because their lives have been public all the time. The lady came out and did a video. I'll tell you, the lady came out, उन्होंने एक वीडियो किया
हाँ जी.
आप लोग मत घुसिए हमारे पर्सनल लाइफ में, which I understand. However, there's another point.
That you allowed them to.
आपने ही तो व्लॉग्स बनाए हैं.
हाँ जी.
आपने ही व्लॉग्स बनाए अपने हस्बैंड के साथ, हस्बैंड ने वाइफ के साथ, बच्चों के साथ. Then suddenly, when things are not going right
Yeah.
in your personal affair, which I'm very, very sorry for.
Yeah.
मैं दिल से sorry
Of course,
because
of course.
no parents, children should go through that.
Yeah.
But आपने ही तो पूरा सब्जेक्ट किया. You made your life
Yeah.
into a vlog.
You can't do that. You can't put your life out there. I don't think so. I think it's very important for you. My parents have always told me, be grounded in life. Always be grounded, no matter what happens, because it's true, yaar. Money comes, money goes, work comes, work goes, but your character, the kind of a person you are, will always stay with you. But you have to keep your life closed at some point. You have to. I don't think anyone should be easily accessible to that part of your life. That's for sure. And it's very disappointing that you're even telling me this, because I had no idea. I'm just hearing it.
And it's very
It's not
big
okay.
on it's very big on digital.
It's shocking. Every day I have conversations with people who are the closest to me. You know, we have such conversations. My best of friends are not on my social media account. If you go to see, I don't story with them. I don't post with them. I believe in evil eyes. I'm going to be very frank about it. नजर लगना बहुत लगती है, बहुत. मुझे भी तो बहुत ज़्यादा लगती है. I really protect my life a lot. I don't put my family out there. I don't put my close people out there, my relationship out there, nothing. Nothing. It's all private. It's for me, yaar. It's not for the audience here. You know, I definitely don't want to be someone who is going to be spoken about, you know, over a cup of coffee. That's for sure. All of a sudden, people think that, I mean, at some point in the very beginning, start me, influencers, they held, you know, a very different value. Now, if you go to see, it's become very air gear. Before, it was very different.
आपने फ्लाइंग बीस्ट गौरव का व्लॉग्स देखा है?
No. I have no, I'm actually not in loop. I'll be very honest with you.
ठीक है.
You know what I do with my Instagram? And this is what my mom has told me to start doing. Just post your content and shut it. Don't watch anything. I don't watch any reels. Nothing. Even when my friends are DMing me and sending me these, I'm not on Instagram at all. I'm only using WhatsApp. Yeah, it's not good for mental health, I feel. I want to definitely just focus on my work and concentrate on what's coming, because that's something that's going to be long lasting. You know, I want to do that while everyone else is busy wasting time, seeing the gram, doing this, doing that. I don't want to do it.
Can I tell you, I'm so much like you.
I can't do it.
मैं बहुत कम हूँ डिजिटल में.
हाँ.
लोगों को लगता है मैं बहुत प्रोएक्टिव हूँ, वो रील्स देखते रहते हैं और पॉडकास्ट तक but they don't realize it's done.
Someone doing it. Yeah.
And putting cuts. That's
just
it.
Pushed out. Yeah.
आप कितने साल की अभी?
22.
आप कितने साल काम करना आपने शुरू किया?
I started at 15.
and almost 7 years.
Yeah.
कहीं आपने अपना चाइल्डहुड लूज किया क्योंकि आपने इतना जल्दी स्टार्ट किया the age of 15 doing ads, doing content, doing whatever you did?
So I disconnected from the world when I started working. I stopped talking to all my school friends, all my college friends, everyone. I completely disconnected because I just wanted to be disconnected for the world to not know what I'm up to and then come out of nowhere. That's what I've always been told by my parents also, you know. So I was like, yeah, that's the best way. Just focus on yourself, because what happens is you tend to get distracted. You're at such an age where if you have so many people around you, I mean, people at my age at that time, Sid, were partying, they were going out, they were going on vacays with their friends, enjoying, and you know, of course at times I felt like I've not lived that. You know, I've not had a college life because I was doing BBA online, distance education. I've not had all that, but it was only to get this. So yeah, I'm very happy about it, for sure. Of course, those things are there, but maybe in another life.
Yeah, but थोड़ा होता है वो कभी कि यार maybe I could have just sat in a coffee shop और गप्पे लड़ाती अपने दोस्तों के साथ, या
नहीं यार, no,
लोनावाला निकल जाती.
नहीं, to be very honest, नहीं होता, because I don't want to waste my time. I'm a workaholic. I need to work. Right after this podcast, I'm going to go home and continue with my work. I need to work.
15 साल की उम्र में भी यही थी.
I was always like this. Always like this. I remember when I was in Jamnabai, at the same time, I, you know, let them know that of course examination and all में मैं आऊँगी, but I'm going to miss school, you know, for these many days because I've started with New York Film Academy. I got lucky कि मेरा online हो गया NYFA के साथ. So I started with them. Said I used to stay up till 6-7 a.m. because of the timings, the US timing and India timing, right? So I used to stay up and I used to sleep at 9 a.m. And I used to practice acting for 7-8 hours. The thing is, no one can teach you acting, right? It has to come from within. But it helps in polishing when they give you those scripts and, you know, they're telling you, अच्छा ये ऐसे होता है, method acting ऐसे होता है. You know, certain things you always learn. You take back something. So I know for a matter of fact today, sitting here in front of you, I can tell you I've not wasted my time. That's for sure.
But don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you're debating, okay?
Yeah.
Don't you think कि सर्टन एज पे
हाँ,
सर्टन चीजें करनी चाहिए, जैसे कहते हैं तफरी, जैसे मैं लखनऊ से आया, तफरी होता है.
हाँ जी.
हम लोग तफरी करते थे, टू बी हजरतगंज मॉल.
हाँ जी.
हालांकि आई ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड वर्किंग वेरी अर्ली. आई स्टार्टेड एज ऑफ 14.
Wow.
बट आई एम टॉकिंग व्हेन आई वाज 12 13 और तफरी करने चले जाते. मैं टेनिस खेलता था, फिर 10-15 मिनट मॉल में वॉक करता था दोस्तों के साथ. Then I would go back.
Yeah.
Don't you think that is also important?
Not for the line I chose, definitely not. Because like you said, you know, I'm not coming from a filmy background. I'm a non-star kid. So it's a different journey for me. I had to start from scratch. I had to be able to get rejected. I had to go through whatever I went through, the entire process of getting here today. Because if I would start later, then maybe it would take longer. But the fact that I started that early, I know today, I've seen things a certain way. I've learned a lot at 22 already about the industry, and I'm sure there's so much more to come. But you always learn something, and I feel I've not wasted my time. Because if I would go around partying, I would go around socializing, then I would not end up being here today. I know that. Because back in the days when I was in 8th, 9th, 10th, we all had like, you know, these groups and we were all enjoying back in school. And I was hanging, of course, at that time I used to go out and all. But I told my parents कि 10th से अभी मुझे serious होना है. I just want to focus on my acting. So dad said, get done with your basic education and then also continue side by side with acting. I said, ठीक है, चलेगा. That's what I did. I got done with my board exams. Very next day I started working.
आपने एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लाइन मेरे से कही थी कि नजर लगना, और आपने कहा मेरे ऊपर बहुत नजर लगती है. आपके और आई वुड लाइक टू बिलीव, एक्चुअली आई डोंट वांट टू बिलीव वेरी ऑनेस्टली, कि बहुत जेलसी होती है आपके इर्द गिर्द.
Yeah, बहुत होती है. And to be very honest, I actually feel very bad about it. I'm not going to lie, because I've never seen anyone that way. When I see a friend doing well in life, or when I see someone getting a project, I would love to story for them. I would love to share something for them. Let the world know that, yaar, they've worked hard for this, ab ye aa raha hai. And then it's for the audience to like it or not. But I love it. I love to see people grow in life, to progress in life, because my competition is nobody. My only competition is myself. People have what I can't take away from them. I have what I'm sure nobody else would want to take away from me. You know, we're all beautiful in our own way. So my only competition has always been me, myself, to make sure I'm better at what I'm doing. And of course, I want to keep growing, want to keep getting better, because you're never there fully. You know, you're always learning. Each and every day you're growing. That's all I want to do. My focus is here. I don't want to go around thinking that yaar ye meri competition hai. Nahi, no, everyone's journey is different, and that's why I feel very bad about it, because I feel like why are people so concerned about what's going on in someone else's life? Because that time you're removing in being concerned, you can put it into your craft. No, but it's true. You can put it into your craft. If I was sitting and doing that all day, I know where I would be ahead. And it's not okay. I think you should focus on yourself. And मेरे ऊपर तो ज़्यादा, I've always had, conversations where people are asking me, अच्छा अभी next क्या आ रहा है? Next क्या आ रहा है? Next क्या आ रहा है? In this industry, people only ask you what's next.
Without focusing कि अब क्या हो रहा है यार?
अब क्या हो रहा है यार? So, it's just that, and I always tell them, हाँ, है, कुछ है, let's see. Because I definitely don't, I feel your work talks at the end of the day. You tell me you're doing 10 projects, ठीक है, जब तक मैं देखूंगी नहीं, मैं believe नहीं कर पाऊंगी. That's what I feel, and I am very happy for everyone's growth. So for someone to be jealous of me, I've had calls where people are calling me and telling me, yaar, this person is saying that, अच्छा, इसकी तो film कब से आ रही थी, अब तो आई ही नहीं है. And then that same person messages me saying, wow, I'm so proud of you, it's finally out. And I was like,
बहुत होता है यार.
I was like, thank you. But I'm just being real now, because we are conversing on this.
No, but it's true. बहुत होता है, मैं बताता हूँ, मेरे साथ भी बहुत होता है.
Yeah, it happens. And I feel like I'm still going to be very normal with them, very genuine with them, because I'm very happy to see people grow. I mean, you can see me however you want to. That's your karma. That's your thing. For me, I want to make sure everyone's happy and is growing. That's my simple funda. Simple. Because I feel you should focus on your work. Your craft is something nobody can take away from you. No power in this world can take away what you have in you. So you'd rather polish it.
आज के ज़माने में बहुत से conversations हो रहे हैं on mental health.
हाँ जी, yeah.
कभी आपका mental health disturb हुआ है?
No, not at all. I'm very much into spirituality. Like very much. So I follow Guruji. So he's my everything. He's my father. He's my world. He's my mentor. He's my
कौन से
everything.
गुरुजी हैं?
Nirmal Guruji. So basically, there's a Bade Mandir in Delhi. A lot of people who follow Guruji must be knowing, And I go for satsangs every week, twice a week, thrice a week. When I'm in town and not working, not shooting, I go for satsangs. Because that's my peace. That's where I know that I'm going to rejuvenate. I'm going to feel very good. I go to the ashram with mom and dad. I feel very, very good. I read Guruji's book. So, I am surrounded by that kind of energy. I chant Nam Yo Ho Ringe Kyo. So I think it's beautiful when you have spirituality with you and you are always thinking very positively and you know what you want. I don't think you should get into depression or anything. I don't think so.
आपने कब रियलाइज किया कि आपको अब वक्त आ गया है to seek the path of spirituality?
At a very young age. I started chanting when I was in around, I think, 7th standard, 8th standard, very early.
आपके parents भी chant करते हैं?
Yeah, very much. So mom has been literally the captain of our ship. I'm not going to lie. She has got us into chanting. She has got us into Guruji. My mom is literally, ghar pe to everyone's pillar of strength. That's for sure. She's really pushed us into all of this, and I'm so happy because of her, we are on the right path. Me and my sister, that's what I feel. Because they've always said the generation you guys are in now, it's very easy to get like mentally disturbed and all of that. So, they've always said that keep yourself on the right path. Keep yourself at peace. Keep yourself calm. Listen to music, chant a little, because you can't go crazy also into spirituality. You can't be like crazily into it.
नहीं, एक और चीज होता है ना, आज के टाइम पे लोग हसल कल्चर बोलते हैं.
हाँ जी.
हसल करो.
हाँ.
That can break you down. आपके माइंड को ब्रेक डाउन कर सकता है, बिकॉज सबको लगता है ये खत्म हो गया, अब व्हाट नेक्स्ट.
वही तो मैं बोल रही हूँ.
और वो खत्म कर देते हैं, लोगों को थका देते हैं. बट कोई इंसिडेंट था आपके लाइफ में which was very tough और स्पिरिचुअलिटी ने आपको हेल्प किया उस वक्त?
Spirituality has, of course, been a major part of my life throughout. I think when I got rejected many times, I think that time spirituality has really stood by me. For sure. Because I never got into depression. I never let myself sink. I never let that happen. I always knew that, chalo, tomorrow is a fresh start. I will just start again and let's see where it goes. But I've never gotten myself into that. Never. I feel pills. Getting into all this is not good. It's not okay. Your life is in your hands. You should work on it. You can't be rejected because ये तो beginning है यार. आगे जाके इतने rejections होने वाले हैं.
क्या आपको लगता है कि हम लोग mental depression
हाँ.
वर्ड बहुत आसानी से यूज करते हैं आज के टाइम पे?
Yeah.
You feel like that?
Yes, very easily. I mean, of course, it is an issue. It should be brought up, and someone should have a counselor for it. You should go around talking about it. But I've seen people, again, loosely using it now. And that is not okay. It's a very, very, deep word to use. It has a deeper meaning to it, right? There's a difference between being sad and being depressed. So I think people need to use it correctly. That's for sure. And मैं तो सिर्फ इतना ही बोलूँगी कि because I'm 22 years old and I know the youth is using their phones a lot, is using social media a lot, I would say that is mentally, that is something that can disturb you mentally. So I think stay away from it as much as you can is all that I'd like to say, because I know that people get consumed by it. It consumes your energy so much now. You're sitting, you're looking at someone's content, but you're wasting time. In that amount of time, do something else. That's what I feel. And that's why I'm saying content देख के बना के कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. It's fun for a certain amount of time. Make it, post it, get off the gram. That's what I feel one should do. Because it's not that. That's why social media is now so accessible. I think people just feel they can do anything on it. Because they know we have so many viewers. They know कि इतने viewers है, लोग इतने consumed हो रहे हैं, and that's what social media wants to do. They want us to be consumed by it. They want us to get addicted that we don't leave it, because they're doing nothing out there. Social media is just earning from us, and it's earning because of us viewing all the content. So I think we should be very mindful about this. It's very important that we realize that in life, if you want to make it, if you want to make a long-lasting name, you got to work for it, yaar. I mean, putting stuff on social media is not going to help. It's your work. Like tomorrow, I know if I get more projects, when I get more projects, it's not going to be because of my social media or because of my followers. It's going to be because of people seeing the work I've done. I've always got calls from directors and producers saying that give us your portfolio, show us the work you've done. So, I was very shocked when I heard कि अच्छा they're going on followers now, क्योंकि मेरे साथ तो ये नहीं हुआ है कभी भी. I've always been told अच्छा आपके links भेजो, work profile भेजो. That's all I've done. And that's how I've got what I've even got. For Geeta, I had to audition. I gave 3 auditions for Geeta. And that's how I cracked it. So it was not an easy journey for sure. And I'm very happy I went through it, because, you get to learn so much in that process about the character also. So.
कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि you met a big production house.
हाँ जी.
Big director.
Yeah.
And वो लोग आपके साथ kind नहीं थे and they were rude to you?
No, they're very nice. I have met very big directors. I have met Shashank Khetan recently. He was narrating to me, the movie that they're coming up with of Janhvi Kapoor and Varun Dhawan. So they were telling me about that story. And Shashank was sitting with us. He's also into chanting. He's into Namyo Horengi Kyo. So he was sitting with me and mom, and what a lovely person. We spoke about Buddhism, we spoke about the projects, and he's so nice. He said, Kashika, you choose if you want to do this character or not. This is what he said while I was leaving.
और आपने वो accept किया कि नहीं?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं किया. Because like I told you, my vision is very clear. I would not want to be somebody's friend or something, because I just feel like फिर क्या होता है ना, लोगों का नजरिया बदल जाता है. They see you a certain way कि अच्छा, then we can give them supportive characters. But that was something that was never in me. I always wanted to make sure that I'm the lead. And your vision takes you a long way. If I didn't have that vision, I would not end up getting a Geeta. And I think I manifested it so much that literally the film name is Ayushmati Geeta Matric Pass. And I am Geeta in it. So I'm very happy to be where I am. And I feel people in this industry are very nice. It's just how you see them. And I've met Subhash Ghai sir. I have met Pehlaj Nilani. I've met a lot of people like that. And everyone is very nice. Everyone is very nice. It's just the kind of vibes you give out to them, the kind of a person you are with them. I think that's all that matters. If you're very clear about what you want out of the project, if you're clear about your character, you're clear about everything, it's all well settled. I don't think there'll be any issue then. It's all very clear. So.
तो ये वरुण और जानवी वाली फिल्म में
हाँ
आप
जी.
वरुण की दोस्त बनने वाली थी कि जानवी
I was
की?
going to be Janvi's friend. Janvi's friend, and I think they were taking in guys. I think now they've taken Rohit. Earlier they were taking, I think, Manjot Singh or some Singh.
और
I
ये
don't
रोहित
really
कौन है?
remember. Rohit Saraf.
सराफ, हाँ.
Yeah. So now they've taken him. उसके पहले I think Manjot Singh था. I think so. So that's what they were telling
पर
me.
आपको ये नहीं लगता कि शशांक जैसे लोग जो बहुत अच्छा बंदा
हाँ
है,
जी, हाँ.
मेरा भी अच्छा दोस्त है,
Very nice
बहुत
person,
एक्सेसिबल है, बिंदास है, कभी कभार ना कह के उनको आप ऑफेंड भी कर
No,
सकते हो?
of course not. In fact, before leaving, mom told Shashank sir that today we've come with just one motive of not doing the film, but of you remembering us when we leave from here. That at least वो mind में रह जाता है कि अच्छा हाँ मैं ये लड़की से मिला था, maybe we can call her in for an audition for this character. That's what stays. That's what I feel, that
और
you
ये
always
धर्मा
stay.
प्रोडक्शन है ऑब्वियसली.
हाँ जी, Dharma Production. Yes, I think they've even gone on floors now. So yeah, I think everyone's really nice. Yeah, it's the choices you make.
बट यूर राइट, विजन होना बहुत जरूरी है. मैं
Vision
अपनी
होना बहुत
टीम से भी
जरूरी है.
कहता हूँ, इट्स अबाउट नोइंग किस राह, किस डायरेक्शन पे आप जा रहे हैं. इफ यू डोंट नो दैट, you'll be like a headless chicken. इधर भी जा रहे हो, इधर जा रहे हो, उधर जा रहे हो, ये भी कर रहे हो, वो भी नहीं कर रहे हो.
Yeah.
You have to know कि इस मुकाम तक पहुंचने के लिए these are the sacrifices I have to
It's
make.
not the quantity of the work you're doing. You doing 100 projects is not, that's not cool. But you doing the right kind of work, doing quality projects, that's important. That's what I feel.
आपके बहुत दोस्त हैं?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends. Genuine friends. I don't keep too many people around me. I'll be very honest with you. I have 4-5 very close friends, and other people are just acquaintances. And I would like to have positive people around me, and people who have the right intentions, in their heart towards me. That's what I want around me. Just good vibes. I don't want people who are jealous or who are in competition. वो मुझसे नहीं होता. Because I'm someone who respects her person, very deeply, whether it's a best friend or whether it's family or whether it's a partner. I'm someone who's very, very committed to that friendship, to that relationship, and that's how I am. I give in my everything. So I definitely don't want people around me who don't have the right vibes.
Now tell me very honestly, कभी
Yeah.
कभार आपने स्क्रीन पर देखा है, बहुत एक्टर्स होते हैं,
हाँ जी.
बट कभी कभार अनटैलेंटेड लोगों को
हाँ.
जब कुछ रोल्स मिलता है बड़े पर्दे पर,
हाँ जी.
अब बुरा फील करती है कि यार
No.
क्यों यार, ये तो मैं कर सकती थी.
No, not at all. I think what's meant to be will come their way. I wish them all the best. What's meant to be will come my way. And the fact that, actually the audience doesn't realize that there's a lot of hard work behind whatever is being presented to them. That's something the audience doesn't see. BTS उन्हें दिखाई नहीं देता है. So they are not aware, which I don't blame them for. But it's a lot of hard work here. It's not easy to make a movie. Definitely not easy. It's a lot of work, and then it goes into the production process, and then there's an output later. So it's a lot of hard work, and people they just like overlook all of that, which is not.
Yeah, but there is a
so.
debate that goes on. लोग कहते हैं कि यार ये Star Kids
हाँ
उनको
जी.
एक फिल्म नहीं काम करती
But
है.
the audience hasn't accepted them.
Then they get another chance. Then they get another chance. उनकी
Correct, but
चार
कितना
पिक्चरें.
टाइम, कितने टाइम के लिए होगा, कितने टाइम के लिए? For how long is your own family going to put you forward? For how long? I mean, at some point, people are going to be like, where's the acting? Where are the expressions? Where's the performance? That's what's going to
So
happen.
one film वो करते हैं Star Kids,
हाँ जी.
फ्लॉप हो जाती है, फिर वही डायरेक्टर या प्रोडक्शन हाउस या
हाँ.
कोई और डायरेक्टर प्रोडक्शन हाउस क्लोज टू देम मेक्स अनदर फिल्म,
Correct.
ताकि उनके एक्सप्रेशंस को और बेटर दिखा सके.
हाँ जी.
And ऐसी 5-5 फिल्में चली जाती हैं यार.
बट कितने टाइम के लिए सस्टेन होगा वो? कोई ना कोई जो बहुत अच्छा है, बेहतर है, वो आके तो टेक ओवर कर ही लेगा ना. And I think that's the beauty of it.
ये करंट लॉट में कौन से एक्टर्स आपको पसंद है?
I currently, to be very honest, I love, my favorite has always been Deepika. I love her from Om Shanti Om to Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. It's my favorite film. I love Ranbir Kapoor. I love Alia Bhatt. She's amazing. Her performance in Razi was killer. I've watched it so many times. I just love her. And I feel her journey is so good now because, like you said, a Star Kid and then doing another film, Student of the Year was something that was not accepted by the masses. But then she did such lovely performances, in Highway, in her other movies. And today she's like the top actress. So I think she's amazing. And I think there are so many, of these actors like Kajol and Rani. I mean, I really love them because I've seen all these movies, my favorite movies. But that's the kind of work I think I love, for sure.
क्या आप तब्बू काइंड ऑफ एक्टर हैं या दीपिका काइंड ऑफ एक्टर हैं?
I think I would relate to Deepika. A lot of people have told me I look like her.
Yeah.
I swear when I'm on set, people are like, yaar, her face structure, it's like Deepika.
वो dimples तो है.
Yeah, and I'm just like, guys, like I'm on set and they're telling me this. And then someone tells me, like, I have these friends who keep telling me, you're Naina from YJHD. And I just feel her character that was there, Naina, that is me as a person. That complete nerd in school and this girl who's very committed. I think I am that way. That's me. Family oriented, बहुत.
टेलुलू सोलुलू, बच्चे की जान लोगे क्या? हाई ऑन चाय, चाय प्रेमी विचित्र प्राणी, बुलाती है मगर जाने का नहीं. Yes, Angar's latest collection of t-shirts, hoodies, jumpsuits are out. Trendy, cool, new designs with slogans that you and I see in our daily lives at affordable prices. Also, if you're an Angar customer, if you have the Angar merchandise with you, click pics with them and post it on your Instagram and tag me at @Sid_Kannan and I would love to repost them. Angar pehno or Angar machao. लव लाइफ का क्या हो रहा है? कुछ है क्या? कोई बॉयफ्रेंड है कि नहीं?
No.
नहीं है क्या? कभी रहा है?
Sid, what is it? Yeah, of course रहा है.
Right.
But yeah.
Because of work नहीं हो पा रहा है?
My focus is my work. I won't be able to give time, so it's something I definitely don't
I love the way
pick
she
up.
said, what is this? I'm interested, मैंने 22 साल की लड़की जो
I
इतना
have
मेहनत
been,
करे.
yeah, of course I've been. I think everyone at my age is like into relationships, or I can only do relationships. मेरे से और कुछ नहीं होता.
मैंने situationship.
No, never, never. I'm telling you, I'm the serious type of a person. If I give my time and energy, it only goes to that one person. And people who know me, they know this.
Worst heartbreak क्या रहा है?
So I think that's the beauty of it also. That's how I see it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
तभी जब सही person आता है, you'll value that person more now.
Yes, absolutely. Because you've experienced all this, you know, and it's not easy to be at the top, right? It is a journey. So I think to get the right person also, it's a journey.
And especially जितना आप successful होते हो ना यार,
Yeah,
it gets lonelier यार.
it does.
I'm
Yes.
telling you because a lot of people want to
Circle
bring
gets
you
smaller.
down.
Yes,
People want to
absolutely.
bring you down. You can't trust people. जैसे आपने कहा इतने
You
young
want to
age
keep
में.
the right people around you. Yeah.
And also, you will not want to tell everybody what's going on.
But that
because-
happens, you know, Sid. I realized a lot of people who I was not in touch with, we had disconnected, and a lot of them were not well wishers. They messaged me while they saw the poster of my film and they said, wow, we're so proud of you. You've come a long way. People who would be like, you know, back in school, I would say that, you know, I'm going to become an actor. And at that point, I remember people would just laugh and be like, yeah, whatever. Because, you know, puberty hits and this and that. And you turn out to be a very different person. Because back in school, you're a nerd. And I was an athlete. And, you know, so many different things. No one ever thought she'd want to get into this.
और आप दिखते भी अलग हो.
आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे मेरे जो फॉलोअर्स थे बैक इन स्कूल मैं आपको बता रही हूँ ऑनेस्टली पीपल हु सी दिस एंड इफ माय क्लासमेट्स डू आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू वेरी वेरी फ्रैंकली आई रिमेंबर ऑफ कोर्स एट दैट टाइम आई यूज्ड टू पुट अप स्पोर्ट वीडियोस डांसिंग वीडियोस ये वो एंड ऑफ कोर्स फॉलोअर्स बढ़ते जा रहे थे बिकॉज देयर वाज एंगेजमेंट पीपल वर वाचिंग यू शेयरिंग इट अहेड so they would be like yaar she's got an Instagram page and she thinks everything is done her world is made this I've heard all that like they would literally say all that okay just because she's famous there she thinks it's going to like you know change everything for her and today I think my work is just talking so I'm happy to be where I am that's for sure it has been a roller coaster ride and I think I've been the most honest on your talk show today I've never been this blunt about everything but it's reality yaar sabke sath hota hai you know everyone's had a time when people make fun out of you people say yaar बोलने दो इसको हभी में बोलने दो but then it's your work it's your craft that talks that's what I feel so I think I've come a very long way that same Instagram page they used to laugh at became a page that people want today for their brand reels became a page that people want today for their brand to be promoted you know for their work to be on it so I mean I'm very happy to be where I am
wow
yeah
अच्छा कमिंग बैक टू द करण जौहर स्टोरी तो करण का नंबर लिया कि नहीं
I have Karan's number yes
तो उसको डायरेक्ट फोन करके और फिल्मों की बात नहीं करती क्या
I feel when he feels that I'm eligible enough, he'll probably just call me up himself or just keep a meeting, I'm sure. Because that's also a different journey and that'll be beautiful when it happens. That's for sure. He's an amazing director. There's Yash Raj. There are, you know, so many big production houses and such lovely people to work with. So I think when it's the right time.
कोई A-list actor से मिली आप?
I've actually met a lot of them. I think I've gone for these premieres. I've met a lot of them. I think one person I am very, very fond of is for sure Kajal Agarwal. I really like her. She's very nice, very humble. We happened to meet at an Ayurveda brand event that was taking place, TAC. That was the name. So they'd call me for that. And we also know the family, you know, Suman uncle and Kiran auntie and Kajal, her sister Nisha, very humble people. They are so lovely. I mean, her being there and still being, you know, such a lovely person, so humble, so grounded. Her husband, Gautam sir, is so like, you know, such a nice person. They're lovely people. That's what I feel. And I think it's so nice to be surrounded by such people, you know, because we were talking about our families and such beautiful people.
इंडस्ट्री में कोई दोस्त है आपका, प्रॉपर दोस्त?
Yeah, my co-stars. They're all like, we're all cordial because, like I told you, I stay very low key and I don't really hang with people, you know. So we're all friends though, all of them, all my co-stars. Whether it's Nishant Malkani, we are also very close. Whether it's you know, anyone and everyone I've worked with, I think they are very, very close to me. Anuj Saini, my co-star of Ayushmati Geeta, we're best friends. We're very close. So I think it's a bond you build with time. And definitely I want to be cordial with everyone because that's how I am as a person. But I get into my shell. I disconnect from the world.
Money कितना important है आपके लिए?
Money can't buy everything. That's for sure. At some point it'll make you happy. But I think at the end of the day, happiness can't be bought. And money can't buy happiness. That's for sure. You see so many wealthy people are also not happy. Then what's the point if it's not going to make you happy only? Of course it's needed. It's important, but you can't make it the center of your life. That's for sure. Your values, your character, that holds weight. I don't think money is everything.
Wow, thank you so much, Kashika.
Thank you so much.